my goodness. Oh my goodness. Great balls of fire. You guys, I got this half picnic roast thinking that I was going to be making me some pulled pork sandwiches. Are you kidding me? This roast was absolutely crazy. You guys, I'm going to be using these seasonings because I'm going to make this happen, Captain. I got some adobo, some onion powder, some blackened seasoning, some dark soy sauce, you guys, and some black pepper. I'm going to be making this and some tomato flavored bouillon. I got to make this happen, you guys. I got this dang, and it's like a big ham hock. It looks like a big ham hock once I opened it up and took it out the pack. I was like, there is no way in heck I'm getting ready to make some pulled pork with this. So I didn't know there was a big difference in the pork roast. There's the chuck roast, and there's the picnic roast, there's the butt roast. There's a lot of roast, but I don't think I've ever gotten this roast right here, this half picnic roast with this big thick of skin on it. It's just, oh my God. You guys, just stay tuned. Watch the video. Watch me cut this stuff off. First, we're adding that dark soy sauce. Oh my God. Let me tell you something about this dark soy sauce. It adds some amazing flavor to your meats. I promise you. And it gives a beautiful color, especially if you're making gravy. There goes that tomato flavor bouillon. You guys, this adds some amazing flavor as well. It goes well with the dark soy sauce, and it goes well with all the ingredients that I'm putting together. There goes that adobo, that all-purpose seasoning. You guys, I really like that adobo. It's absolutely amazing. It's good on everything. Fish, chicken, I mean, just anything you want to put it on. It's good, good, good. And then we're going to be adding in that next seasoning, which is, you guys know that I'm doing a voiceover, that blackened seasoning from Tony's. Let me tell you, this blackened seasoning adds some, it's different than the Creole season. It's different from the Slap Your Mama. It's different from the, I forgot the other season that comes like this. But the blackened season adds some amazing flavor. It does have a different taste from the Slap Your Mama. The Slap Your Mama, let me tell you something. There goes that onion powder. That Slap Your Mama, if you do not know how to measure that Slap Your Mama, it can definitely slap you with a heart attack. It can get so salty with that Slap Your Mama, but it's good. I like Slap Your Mama. Okay, there goes that garlic powder. Let's add that garlic powder on this. You guys, if I would have known that skin on this thing was going to be that tremendously thick, I wouldn't have seasoned my meat first. There goes that black pepper. I would have cut that skin off first. And then in reality, I think this would have worked really good on the grill. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have a grill. I have an indoor grill, and I was not about to put this big, thick piece of meat on that indoor grill because it probably would have took like 7 hours to cook it on there or burnt first. I don't know. You guys, please don't forget to turn that bell on. All right, guys, now we're getting ready to just go ahead and mix all this in and watch how this thick piece of skin is. I know what it's called, but I don't know how to say it right now. But I don't want to mess it up because I mess up a lot of words. I say things that I know what I'm talking about. Like I'll call a bell pepper jalapeno. I'll call a jalapeno a bell pepper. Or I'll be just sitting there literally looking at it and call it something totally different. So I get my words mixed up. So that's why I'm not going to say what this meat, this right there, this big, thick piece of skin. So this is a half a picnic. This is a half a picnic roast. I wonder what a whole picnic roast looks like. But anyhow, I said I don't want this skin on here. So y'all, I started cutting it off. Like I said, if I would have known this thing was on here, and it reminds me of a big ham hock because this is the kind of skin that is on a ham hock. You know, that little small thing you put in beans, you put it in collard greens, and you cook it and cook it and cook it. In all reality, that piece of meat part is really good. It's really flavorful once you let it cook into the beans, into the collard greens, into whatever you cook it in, and cook for a minute. It's got that little fatty texture taste, but it's really good once you cook it that way. But I don't want it on this roast right here because like I told y'all, my whole goal was some pulled pork. But the roast that I should have got was like $20-something, almost $30. And it was probably the roast that I should have got for the pulled pork. And this was only $15-something. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to get this and then I'm going to make the pulled pork. But no. But look at that. Look at that. All of that. You guys know, I was watching somebody else's video. They cut this up and they will cook it and make some kind of Indian food or some kind of food with this kind of stuff right here. Which, like I said, I love it in ham hocks. I love it in the ham hock when you put it in the greens, when you put it in the beans. It tastes absolutely delicious. But today, I do not want it on my roast. Okay, but anyhow, let's go ahead and finish season this. That dark soy sauce is looking amazing here. You guys, today I'm going to be using my Elite Gourmet. I'm going to be using that to sear this roast. But see, right now I don't know what I'm doing with it. Okay, right now, because I was going for pulled pork sandwiches. So right now I'm just doing Freestyle Friday. I'm working my magic, doing some Freestyle Friday moves right here. So I'm just right here stirring it up and down, mixing it all in, thinking, what am I going to do with this? What am I going to do with this roast? And I'm study cutting off stuff and fat and all that stuff. But you guys, it's Freestyle Friday. Do your thing. Use your imagination with this big giant ham hock. And that's what it looks like, a big ham hock with that big bone in it. I'm like, this is a rip for me. But we're going to make it happen. We're going to do what we do. We're going to make something happen with this beautiful half picnic roast. You guys, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm not getting many likes. I don't understand, you guys. Like that, hit that like button. Okay, I have my Elite Gourmet all set up, ready to cook. I have it on high right now. I have it on 450. Then I'm going to turn it down. And we're going to go ahead and slap that in there. And we're going to go ahead and start searing it up, you guys. And then we're going to just be adding in some water to this. And then we're going to add in some onions. We're going to I'm going to add in some leftover gravy that I have made for a video before. You guys seen the video already. So I'm going to be adding in the rest of that gravy just to give me a little bit of gravy flavor for this. So I'm just kind of going with the flow here of how this is turning out. I could have just seared it and went on ahead and fried it out and just did something like that. But you know, I'm using my Freestyle Friday skills. You hear me? And right now, I don't know what happened again. I've been getting these moments where I forget the camera's on and I walk away and I go do something else. And I'm like, what? What are you doing? Stop walking away. But anyhow, in the meantime, in between time, don't forget to check out the Praying Couple Cooking Series. Go check out the Praying Couple Cooking Series as they work Monday through Friday doing their thing. Monday, shout outs. Tuesday, Twisted Taco Tuesday. Wednesday, prayer. Thursday, DJ Vince on the grind, and then you have Miss Bling Fashion on Friday. They don't work on Saturdays and Sundays. Go check them out. And also, don't forget to check out the Spice Queen TV. Look at that roast, guys. Watch this when we turn it over. How amazing this looks. How delicious this looks. And I tell you, I could have just ate it just like that. But this meat is tough. This is that little ham hock that you have to cook to death, right? You know, it's a butt part. I mean, it's, to me, I don't know what it is. The ham hock is the leg, it's the part of the butt. I don't know. But anyhow, look at that. Doesn't that look stunning, amazing, delicious? You guys, stay freaking tuned as I continue to sear this picnic roast. Stay tuned. Spice family, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's very critical and crucial. Please don't forget to turn that bell on for your girl Michelle. Like the video. And if you like the video, love your girl Michelle as she's out here working her butt to death. Share this video. Share. All right, we're back to that Elite Gourmet, and we are checking this out. And so now we're using that brain. We're just using that brain to figure out what are we going to do with this big piece of meat that looks fatty on one side, and it looks, you know, I don't even know what's going on, but we're going to work it out. We're going to make this happen, Captain. So I'm going to add some water in here so that I can just go ahead and let it cook on 300 in my Elite Gourmet. And then I'm just going to keep adding the water till the water keeps going out till this meat gets tender. You hear me? Pork is a kind of different than beef, and it's very fragile. If you don't cook it right, it can end up pretty tough depending on what kind of pork it is. You know, because like if you cook a pork chop, you don't need to cook a pork chop that long, which I had to learn that the hard way because I'm thinking it's not done. But in reality, it be done, and you don't have to cook it that long if you want it to be tender. different kind of pork, like a pork tenderloin. You don't have to cook that thing to death. If you cook it to death, it's going to be tough. So we added in that water. We let this cook. At some point, I've added in that leftover gravy, which I probably added it in now. Yes, I did. I added in that leftover gravy. We've been adding in the water. We're just been letting this simmer. You know, we're just building the tenderness. You see, I can stick the fork in it now. It's getting tender. And yeah, so now we're just being creative with this, right? We're being creative with this half picnic roast, right? Okay, so let's see here. We're going to go ahead and start cutting it up. We're going to go ahead and start adding in some onions and doing our thing to get this really good. And so I made some sides. I made some mashed potatoes, and I put some gravy with the onions on top of that. And then I just made some sides. I didn't show the plate for this one like I usually do, but check it out. Check it out. I cut it up. Now look how tender and delicious and amazing and juicy this is looking, guys. It looks absolutely flavorful. So we're going to keep letting this go ahead and simmer. I'm going to cut the rest of that off that bone. I was going to save that bone to put in some beans because it still had some pork on it that I couldn't get to, and I could have put it in the freezer like right there. That part could have went in some beans and gave it some amazing flavor. But guess what? I'm going to throw that away. I can't even give it to my dog because it's too big. It's too big for her. She wouldn't even know what to do with it, but she would try, you know, because she's a dog. You know what I'm saying? So anyhow, let's go ahead and cut up these onions. There's the onion. Let's go ahead and cut up that onion, throw that onion in there, and let's keep it moving, family. Stay freaking tuned. Stay freaking tuned. One thing about it, Spice family, don't those onions make it look absolutely stunning and delicious? It looks like we meant to do this. It looks like this was on the menu and what I was meant to do, but this is what I was not meant to do. I was not making this for this. I was making pulled pork. But anyhow, it came out absolutely delicious and stunning. I just want to thank each and every one of you. I poured this over some mashed potatoes. It was absolutely stunning and delicious. The flavor was right on point. The pork was absolutely tender, and I'm so glad this came out. I just want to say thank you to all my new subscribers, all my old subscribers. I truly love each and every one of you. Holla at your girl. See you on the next video. Smooches.